So today, we're here to talk about these bad boys above the window. This is Lutron's Caseta smart roller shades. Now I've done a video on Lutron's Serena shades that I did in my living room years ago. These are more made for the DIYer. They're easier to install, there's less customization a little bit, there's not as many fabrics, there's actually 2 colors. However, once you install them, they just work. And that's the beautiful thing about Lutron's Caseta system. It works with all smart assistants. It's very easy to set up. Once you have a home hub that works with Lutron, everything just is really stupidly simple. So that's awesome. So today, we're gonna talk about these guys. The Lutron Caseta Smart Roller Shade. Hey folks, welcome back to techgooch. And like I said, today we're talking about Lutron's Caseta Smart Roller Shade. We're gonna go through a little bit of everything on it. Now, first of all, these are the exact same roller shade, essentially almost the exact same size as well. Both these windows are the same width. They're different in height, although the one above the head we actually had drop lower so that we don't get very much light here by the head of the bed. So it is below where I have that one set to, but that one has a little ledge on it too, so on that window. They're fully customizable, so you fit the width and the length that you need. You can mount them above the window like I did here. You can mount them on the window, or you can mount them in the casement of the window. So it's all dependent on your windows. They're completely customizable. They're very easy to install as well, and they're very easy to maintain. There is a battery, a set of D batteries in each of these shades. However, those batteries are set to last for a couple of years. Now it does vary on how often you open or close your shades, but you're not looking at constant replacement of batteries. And of course, it'll let you know if there's a low battery. At the same time, if it just doesn't work, you know it's time to replace the battery. Really, all you're mounting in these two is the outside clips on the very outside edge of the window, and then everything kind of just pops into place from there, and it's pretty easy to, well, set up. Now, when I did my initial install video, which I highly recommend checking out if this is something that you're interested in adding to your home, I did not get the shims that shim it away from the wall so that it's not gonna hit my trim on my window. So I had some shims from another install that I used on it temporarily at least. Reached out to Lutron, they sent them immediately, and I have actually taken these shades down to put those new shims back in, the ones that are actually designed for it. Real quick and easy setup, so it made it, I mean, they're just so easy to install that it really didn't make a whole lot of sense not to do it. So that said, if you're familiar with Lutron's system, they do use these wireless remotes. Now this wireless remote right now I have, so it just sits on my end table, but I rarely ever use it. In all reality, I think the only time I ever use this is when I set it up, and right now in this video. Otherwise, I use my Apple HomeKit to actually control my windows, or if we want to, like my living room, we actually have it set on schedules where it opens and closes at certain times of the day. We didn't want to do that in the bedroom just because maybe sometimes people want to take a nap or whatever, so if we want to close, it's just closed all day, and when we want it open, it is open. And so right now I don't have a schedule, but you can set a schedule. If you wanted to open at a specific time and close at a specific time, very easy to do so in the Lutron app, and then you can turn those on and off. I use the same thing when I use for my smart outlets and stuff for my pool and everything like that. I have things to control the pumps and stuff. Lutron's app makes it really easy to set those schedules, and it's no different with these guys as well. And of course, once you link these together, like this button right here controls both these shades at the same time. So I don't have to worry about, okay, control that shade and then control that shade. This is set as one room to control this room. Now I can individually control the shades. I just have to go into the shade itself, or I have to tell my home assistant to control the bedroom front shade, or whatever you would call it. In this case, that's what that is. But that said, you can control it with all the smart assistants. It's not just Apple, it's Amazon, it's Google, it's all of them. And it's really easy to set up as long as you have that Lutron hub and you connect that Lutron hub with your system, and then all the pieces easily fit together and automatically sync. So that's what makes it so nice. Now I did want to show this real quick. To get to the battery, essentially you can just pull out this one side. You don't even have to touch the other side of the shade. And then right here, there's an item that I pinch, and then I pull out the tray, of all the batteries. And of course, putting them back in is the exact same thing. Put them back in, it's automatically gonna set the shade back, turn the shade back on. I slide that back into place, and she's like, I didn't do anything. That's how easy it is to change the batteries. Now let's talk about something that I don't like as much, and that is color options. There's really two. There's either white or there's gray. This is gray. This is not white. This is a really light gray. I really want them to bring out an allotment of darker colors, because not everybody wants a dark or a very, very, very light color, because the difference between white and gray is very small. I would have opted for a darker color because it would blend it maybe better with what we have for our walls and carpet and such. That said, not a drastic down. Of course, this is a blackout, not a light. It doesn't let light through, which is a bedroom, and I definitely want blackout for that. But it is something to say that I really wish that they offered more color options for the fabric material, is what it is. Now, I will put links in the description as well as here at the end to the setup video, which is an unboxing and full setup of these two shades right here. I also set it up with the Smart Assistant. Makes it really simple and easy to do. If you're interested in purchasing one of these guys, well, that's the lovely thing about this one compared to the Serena shade, which is Lutron's higher end option. Depending on size, how much fabric and things like that, of course, how wide it is, how long it is, these shades start at $3.99, considerably less than what you'd be paying for a Serena shade. Now, of course, not as many install options. This is battery operated only. Currently, there's no rechargeable model. There's no hardwired model. It's battery operated. They dumbed it down to simplify how many offerings to make it so mass production of one type of shade. But in all reality, the motor and everything like that is not going to change, because they go in, the shade is just a shade on a roll, and then the motor and everything goes into it. So in all reality, it's just the cost. If you go wider, hey, we just got to add more cost to cover the shade material. So that is nice. Lutron makes a good shade. They're really easy to set up. They're really easy to control. And the other nice thing is they're quiet. They're a very quiet operation. They're about as quiet as my Serena shades, but of course, fraction of the price. So think that as well. So any questions or comments, please post those below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You hit me up at techgooch.com as well. You can send me an email directly. Look, Lutron stuff is my primary go-to smart home product, whether it's smart switches, smart outlets, or in this case, smart shades. I love Lutron's products. You know, when you purchase from Lutron, you're getting a quality product that's gonna last for years, that's gonna do exactly what you think it's gonna do, and is easy to set up. And that is why I love their products so much. So when I got an option to do these videos on these two specific products after seeing them at CES this year, I could not resist, because I love their products. So if you're interested in a smart shade, out of all the ones that I've seen and researched and tested and everything, this is one of the ones I would highly recommend to take a peek at. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe as always. Hopefully see you back here on techgooch for another future video review. See you soon.